you see the pair that got hauled into tyres?
Trouble with your gear, or fretting about us, guys? Unless that is... What do you want? Should last you a good while. Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff. Anything else?
Round and round the city clock, the wyvern chased the eagle. The birdie stopped to catch his breath. Down came the eagle.
Lady Karen told me that you'd begun dealings with the Crimson Caravans. A word of warning. Tighten your purse strings when in Bocklad. There are few shrewder than Eloise in matters of business.
Thanks for not leaving me in the Dominion. If you hadn't come back, I might still be stuck there. I told Nan we flew back on the Phoenix, but she walloped me for telling fibs. Can you tell her it was the truth, Clive?
Clive? The whole realm's in chaos. But as the old saying goes... Go on, then. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. Is that all?
You look like you could do with a drink. How am I getting on? Oh, about as well as you do. And it'd be worse than that if... Don't tell her you heard that. Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
breakers brought back from Dalmekia. Said they were all the rage in Dalamil. Looks sort of funny if you ask me.
I'll be damned.
Have you had one before?
Something smells good. What are we having?
Bombs! And they are good. You should try one.
Eh? The bloody great hole in it. Who ate the rest?
It's supposed to be hollow, silly. Haven't you ever seen Drake's Fang? Is a storm coming soon? Will there be thunder?
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost with the darkening skies. But be that as it may, I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. I have quite the find for you today. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Ivan's newest dish is a masterpiece. Once you get over the urge to gag, that is.
The battle cries of dread one die, in ruin lies less. As shrinks the glim, so spirit still, unanswered call, a prayers. save us.
Might be hard now there's only one.
Then we're all doomed.
There's barely been a shipment in since the skies started boiling. A few more days without a visit and we'll have to start eating the blankets. How may I help you today, Clive? It's not true. We've lost so much already. May the goddess go with you.
Clive! I don't mean to be gloomy. They need all the help they can get. You off then?
What do you make of them skies then? Alone when it's what?
What will it be today? Allow me to educate you, of course. Study it well, Clive. Thus ends today's lesson.
Otto.
The realm? As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling set.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just the messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
storm coming soon? Will there be thunder?
Let me guess.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
The messages from Martha, Isabel and Lubor weren't long. But what they lacked in detail, they more than made up for in urgency. Our friends need your help.
Back again? I cannot claim. Such are the wages. Ironic, then. And how could it not? But are we any better? Should I learn aught else? Clive. How may I help you today? Of course. Study it well, Clive. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look. Think you can help?
Sid. Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
They're both as stubborn as the lover's pot, and every bit as irritating. The more one insists on their proposed plan of action, the more the other rails against it. Oh, they've successfully split the town asunder just when we should be standing as one.
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still, better a branded than one of us.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos. And the market, the Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil, is the only place I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be...
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And these are cursed skies, or an entire city.
We're still working on the skies. Perhaps we can find a solution to
I hope so.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder...
My thoughts exactly. Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods.
And if there's one thing bandits like...
What would Sid...
Well, if it were my namesake... he'd let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt before presenting.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves.
When all that fear and anger...
It appears we have a plan. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him.
As you wish.
Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talk.
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Fucking thieving bastards!
You're wondering why Dalimil's in such a sorry state. You can blame the bandits.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
Are you looking for something in particular? My thanks. Fare you well. Anything I can interest you in? Fare you well.
Well
forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. Go empty your pockets.
I needed that.
Mother's roll for it!
A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard.
Why more supplies? You might as well scatter seeds near a rat's head.
Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, Commander of the Red Wings?
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of aunt that a band of beardless youths could better have...
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards.
I can't believe that, actually.
Conrad's not what you called the bright. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not...
Shop. Why would anyone...
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
Are you looking for something in particular? Here you are. My thanks. Fare you well.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants. Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight...
Indeed, certainly. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what, Lord, and while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more which means that now, more than ever, if our humble town is to endure not only
All right. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clyde.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news. Both Conrad and Natalie have, with time.
Time no longer appears to be the luck.
I take it your scouts found the...
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. All.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the...
I have a favor to... I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one from the desert. In a move out...
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the stakes I concede are high.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around.
Then it will be for us to see that...
I thought you might...
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us. It's over.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie. Aye, you did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either.
The plan worked. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty
Come now, Victor. We are united. As for you, Sid, I'll take that as a compliment.
It's over.
Time to fight.
Now you're for it.
No more vengeance. No more war.
What are you after? Much obliged. Thanks very much. Much obliged. There you go. That all, is it?
My brothers. Are they? Shh, don't try and talk.
Martha. It's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Them not. Not a chance.
Barricades we've set up around the town won't hold the Akashic back for long.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the...
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for...
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardian, they were making ready to leave just as the skies turned.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them!
Damn it all!
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here.
I will. You too.
The Guardians were going as quick as they...
The lift can only carry a few at a time. If those Akashic as far as the point, Wade's men...
Mad dogs.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some, and by the looks of it.
We thought we could sneak by them, but we didn't know there would be so many.
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty. Farewell.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled...
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like it?
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make feet. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Mad dogs. The law of them.
Anything catch your eye? Not sure you could carry that. Take care out there, eh?
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Fiends try to climb the walls here, too.
You can and get me back out there.
Founder knows when they're gonna show their ugly faces next.
Anything catch your eye? Thanks very much.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Something's coming. Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round to wait. Shall we? Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as it's not a matter of if the Horde will be back. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you...
My lord, there's... Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way. I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. You, or my uncle.
We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale. I'll have one of my men escort Oscar to Benimir once he's said his farewells.
That's better.
Anything catch your eye? Thanks very much.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Here's everything we've received and everything promised. You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Welcome back, my lord. I only just arrived myself. No one seemed to know where I should go, so I thought I'd guard your chambers until instructed otherwise.
First we find Isabel.
Do you see anything you like? And a fine, fine day to you.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts. Far side of the wall.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
Then we're next.
Four left for more on the captain's orders. God, it's helpless.
I can't do it.
But you can.
We could leave. The two soldiers were carrying another. He didn't have any legs.
What could do that to a man?
I heard the bells. Is the captain back already?
Did you not hear? The captain's dead.
More arrived from the capital.
My lord, my lady,
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no.
Then we'll look for her there.
We've seen little and less of the soldiers of late. I think they were hiding.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us—
I would have you do your duty. Those at the— and protect them I shall. Because they are— in case you have forgotten, the people of this town, but more than that, they are your sisters. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives!
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh? I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
I can't entirely blame the men of the garrison for losing heart. And they have provided a place for the injured.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my...
Leave that to us.
My family!
With no one to defend the place.
Still in the capital.
It's all right.
I truly am.
Your arm. Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I thought everything would be all right once we left the capital.
I assume you have a plan? We need to find out what we're facing.
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
You're finished!
Look.
I see them. With me!
Should I try?
Save your strength.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, Now me, I never needed convincing. And the people I love include the ones standing before me. Now, if it...
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this is so, but it has solved one.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Will we ever see the sun again?
Battle cries of dread one die.
Do you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye. Their fancy silks.
see that? Tell me you saw that.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just
luck, I suppose? Any word on the rest?
Let's see. The nations are still in chaos, and the skies are still the colour of a...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time. Now's the time to visit the infirmary.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. Is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find the means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua! Clive! It's Gav! There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive!
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
You know how I feel about this, but your brother's stubbornness knows no bounds. I'm starting to think it...
What will it be today?
Allow me to educate you. Study it well, Clive.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Do you like being struck by thunderbolts from on high? Don't let anything happen to me.
Battle cries of
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you can...
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but
But what? I borrowed them to teach the little one. My first thought was that, which almost certainly means...
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium.
Book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can...
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing. Thank you very... You remember Ivan's stew, right? So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd...
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone.
I've never been one to play favorites, so...
A fried mortress of skyworm. Recipe seemed easy, only turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries.
Wow. Kindly old fella who haunts the...
Fine. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your...
You do that.
What can I get you, Sid? Might be a mo.
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Let's...
You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Rutherford. Why would he be a Martha?
Is a storm coming soon? Will there be thunder?
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come...
Valis, the young man, did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew.
That's actually why I'm here.
So the fabled Sandbricois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. Now, Skyworm is a somewhat antiquated...
Dragon livers.
One would have thought. The disciples of Bahamut, I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very colour of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver.
Saint's bonnet, in contemporary parlance. A herb which I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life. In which regard, fried mortress of Skyworm is undoubtedly a tip.
Meaning that if I find one...
Best of luck, Clive, and do...
It seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
What am I gonna do? But no more.
Is everything all right? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a mud. Oh, I think Nan might be in...
It's all right.
Focus saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fun, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially, I wanted to ask her about it myself, but she'd never give your tongue a lashing.
Don't worry.
Oh, you'll let me know?
Of course. Lady Karen.
Not nearly as far.
You're doing good trade, then?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right.
Oh. Are you? And it...
All I know is that someone in Dalamil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be the word, but that woman is no more.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No. I reckon you...
Of course. I spoke that the rumors were unfounded, and that I was, along with some other things, that while it sounds like she may have done things she...
Oh, well, I knew Nan wasn't... But why would...
No, but people do things for all sorts...
Well, that trader, he said they were all talking about her, so that's where I'm going.
Are you sure that's wise?
Oh, but that...
heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't.
What do you reckon we should do?
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. It's not a set of scales, is it?
No.
Well,
And just how long...
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We
Just like Miss Mididol.
Miss Mididol?
Because that's the only way to become an...
Miss Mididol said. The best way.
Well, then your work is already half...
The taking apart was easy enough, but...
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom.
You three need to learn to take So let's have a look at these parts with fresh... All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. You already know one of the pieces. The body. This is called the arm.
You're right.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about...
Hold things. So wait.
Good thinking. This tiny piece is what...
I have. Miss Mididol's...
She puts them in all her inventions.
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move.
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then some...
Not my fault.
We know what part's supposed to move, so let's put the pieces together.
Not a bad idea. These round parts are called the pans.
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goots?
What are the chains for?
Well spotted. Which means So, now that...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body.
And the arms go on the body, just like... And then the arms...
Very good.
Yes!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
That's right.
Her hairs.
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so...
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley.
You hear that?
Until then, though.
Hey, look!
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you? You didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
The girls here can have Otto and Gav and Gareth and Cole and all the rest. My heart beats for another. Now, if only Lady Taya would let me into the infirmary to see him. The girls here can have...
Do you like being struck by thunderbolts from up?
We sent curse breakers to Martha's Rest, Dalamil, and North.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well?
It was as you thought. They dismantle them to see how they...
Oh, no.
Thankfully she won't. Although I was the one who ended up...
I'm so sorry. I shall see that the children...
Please, there's no need. It seems to have she'd have them following her for...
I see. Sid.
She told me it was because her studies had been interrupted.
No, it isn't. The university offered her. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but that should come as no surprise.
Which explains... She's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given them far more than... If Mid is teaching my pupils her secrets, I suppose I should brush up on some of them myself.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
So, what'll it be?
And? What do I owe the honor? What do you want? That it? Fine.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't...
Welcome. My comrade. And defend Dalamil we shall. I always knew. Meanwhile, proof if any more were But you're always welcome here.
Dalamil's saved, and with our steel.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Could be I know something more. What's it worth to you?
Clive! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged. And who will they... Why, the good...
And you've seen this reap...
Aye, you'll find her right here, plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not... But it'd be a bolder man than me that... Feeling bold, Now, if that's all...
Sorry to have kept...
You don't think Nan's...
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks.
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse.
All right, but...
You too, Goots.